Hello, I'm Ian Fortune, and I've been lucky enough to call some of the greatest greyhounds over the last 15, 20 years at Shelbourne Park and beyond. And I am about to give you my three highlights of 2023. Well, when I say my three highlights, there were so many highlights, and I know that we have a few people going and making choices. So I've gone a little bit off the beaten path. I will give you one of the classic winners, but then I am going slightly off tangent. But firstly, let's kick off with that classic winner. I was lucky enough to be at Dundalk on August 15th, the famous date in the Dundalk calendar. And of course, I witnessed Carrick Aldo running out a superb winner of the Barwon Racing Irish Sprint Cup. Rarely has a classic been over so early. This was a dog that improved greatly through the competition. And by all accounts, he had a little bit of a history on his shoulders. David Murray and Thomas Glynn had gone so close to winning the Irish Sprint Cup in the past with their brilliant Brody's Magic. But on this occasion, it was Carrick Aldo that atoned for his defeat. As you're about to see, it was over after a stride. A simply brilliant performance from the front.
Here on the spin then, Barwon Final 2023. And they strike the leads, and it's 5 is away like a rocket. Carrick Aldo leads up the David Murray runner from the 1 and 4 dogs on the inside. Then 6 trying to make some headway. Shem Skippy, but it's all 5 here. Carrick Aldo, the David Murray runner, has an advantage here of about 3.5 lengths in the field. 4, Who Have I playing catch up in second, but 5, Carrick Aldo is going to land the spoils. 5-4, and it's closed for third. An all the way win for the 5 dog. He absolutely pinged the lids this evening, continuing his progress of recent weeks. David Murray emulating his father Francie and winning a big prize this evening. Carrick Aldo is best, bar none.
My second highlight of 2023 comes in the early rounds of the Juvenile Derby at Shelbourne Park. The Laddie Da was a greyhound I very much fell in love with through the second half of 2023. A brilliant performer through the early rounds of the Irish Derby. He was very unlucky to get knocked out in the semi-finals. Perhaps his youth and inexperience telling against him. But in the second round of the Juvenile Derby, he showed to the world what he is capable of. On this night, reeling in and beating subsequent Juvenile Derby champion Droopy's Flightline, 2 brilliant greyhounds at something like their very, very best. As you're about to see, the Laddie Da, though, was all too strong. A simply sensationally fast greyhound.
The hare coming up behind traps. Racing, good start by Trap 4, Droopy's Flightline, Laddie Da in second, but Droopy's Flightline will take the corner from in second spot 1, Laddie Da, then comes 5, Fallen Fleet further back by the other Donny, but out front and it is 4, Droopy's Flightline, but there goes Laddie Da up the inside, power-packed effort from Laddie Da, takes over from 4, that's Droopy's Flightline, a long gap back to the rest, but off the final turn, and it is all about Trap 1, Laddie Da, brilliant again. Second is 4, Droopy's Flightline, and 5, Fallen Fleet third. The winning time, one of the great runs here at Shelbourne Park, 27.78, simply sensational by a dog with an unbelievable future.
And so to my final highlight of 2023. I've gone for a performance at the Winter Racing Festival, one that I have mentioned a few times in recent weeks. Droopy's Mandolin. This lady has raced 11 times in Ireland, and she has won 10 of those starts. She had a couple of defeats in the UK and the Oaks over there, but she still had shown enough in the second round to emerge as the one to beat in that competition. Sadly, luck was not on her side in the semi-finals, but it was at Shelbourne Park at the back end of the year at the Winter Racing Festival that she did display exactly what she's capable of. Just a week after capturing the Phones Galway Oaks in brilliant fashion, well, this lady performed a minor miracle to win the Winter Racing Festival Open Pitch 5-5. This was simply unbelievable. Expect to see a lot more of Droopy's Mandolin in 2024. She is a very, very special lady.
The runners in 1, Droopy's Mandolin, 2 is Ballymac Run, 3, Jetstream Angel, 4, Rathdown Molly, 5, Bocco's Crystal, 6, Sing Along Dolly. And racing, good start by 4 in the middle. Rathdown Molly shows great early speed, leads to the corner from the inside 1, Droopy's Mandolin, who's forced to check off in second now 1, Droopy's Mandolin, Bocco's Crystal shuffle back when in a lovely position, but it's 4, Rathdown Molly, but Droopy's Mandolin is absolutely motoring into the third bend, and 4, Rathdown Molly is passed by 1, Droopy's Mandolin. What a star this lady could potentially be. Off the final turn, it's Droopy's Mandolin, Galway Oaks winner last week. The Winter Racing Festival Bitch 5-5 winner this week. Second is 4, Rathdown Molly. But that was brilliant.
Yes, they were just three of, well, maybe 50 highlights I could have gone with. I'm sure others will go with the more obvious ones, the likes of the Derby, the Oaks, the Champion Stakes, the Leger, the Laurels. There were so many brilliant highlights through the year, and hopefully we'll see plenty more in 2024. But they were my three choices for this day, and maybe a little bit different to how other people will go. But anyway, that's it from me for, well, 2023. There's little more for me to say except for Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And may the tracks be lit on fire by more superstars in the coming months.